Welcome back to Bison Information Network. I'm DeMontre Cole, and this week we have a lot of campus and local news to cover, including celebrating more of Women's History Month and NDSU professor featured in local Wallet Tub article. NDSU professor featured in local Wallet Tub article Raymond March. NDSU's assistant professor of economics in the Department of Applied Economics was recently a featured expert on finance advice website wallettub.com. March teaches courses in microeconomics, the history of economic thought, and health economics. March is a scholar at the Challey Institute for Global Innovation and Growth with the Center for the Study of Public Choice and Private Enterprise. He earned his bachelor's degree at Florida Gulf University and his master's and doctorate at Texas Tech University. Last night's event organized by NDSU's Turning Point chapter with guest speaker, former Olympian Anthony Watson, who spoke about empowering and encouraging young minds and future leaders. It was inspiring to hear about his determination, perseverance, and mental strength in the face of adversity. What struck me the most was that Watson did not want to get caught up in the politics. Instead, he chose to stay in a space of sharing his personal story to help someone. His message, no matter what the obstacles we face, we should not let them define us. Instead, we should use them as stepping stones to achieve our dreams and our goals. I would like to take the opportunity to thank the NDSU's Turning Point chapter for organizing such a meaningful event. It was a privilege to hear from an accomplished individual like Anthony himself, and I am very grateful for the experience. Fargo native and Hollywood writer to premiere live-action comedy here at the Fargo Film Festival. Writer and producer Toby Jones is premiering his comedy, AJ Goes to the Dog Park, this Saturday at the Fargo Film Festival. The movie centers around AJ and what happens when his favorite dog park closes. He filmed the movie here with many of his old friends right here in the Fargo area. Jones had worked on some very popular cartoons, including regular shows on Cartoon Network. Even with his Hollywood success, Jones said it is a career highlight to bring a film back to the Fargo Film Festival. AJ Goes to the Dog Park premieres at 3:30 Saturday afternoon at the Fargo Theater. For tickets, please visit Fargo Theater for more information. Singer and songwriter Bobby Brown and his wife recently received honorary doctorate degrees. The R&B icon Bobby Brown and his wife Alicia recently received honorary doctorate degrees in humanity from Leaders Esteemed Christian Bible University. The honor recognizes their impactful charity work, especially through the Bobby Christina Serenity House. The ceremony happened on the Bobby Christina's birthday during the 4th annual gala of the Bobby Christina Serenity House. According to Because of Them We Can, the event celebrated the organization's expansion to Los Angeles alongside its presence in Boston and Atlanta. The city of Houston also honored Bobby Brown by declaring September 23rd as Bobby Brown Day. Despite the tragic loss of Bobby Christina, her legacy thrives and lives on through this organization. It offers safe havens, promotes mental health awareness, and provides resources for domestic abuse survivors. Bobby Brown was married to the American singer and actress Whitney Elizabeth Houston, who sadly passed away in 2012. As we continue to celebrate Women's History Month, we give honor and salute Wendy Waller. Born in Pittsburgh, she is an American opera singer with a coloratura soprano voice. In Latin, coloratura means to color entry, elaborate ornamentation of a vocal melodies. Wendy Waller is the daughter of the opera singer Juanita Waller. and daughter to Alfred M. Waller. She received her first singing lessons from her mother. After studying law, she studied opera and song singing, among other things, with legendary opera singers Grace Bumbry and Licha Albanese. She made her professional debut as a studio artist at the Sarasota Opera in Sarasota, Florida. In 2000, as an ensemble member of the German National Theater in Weimar, Germany, where she made her debut as Queen of the Night. This role became one of her signature roles in the following years to come. Throughout her operatic career, Miss Waller has intentionally devoted equal amounts of time to orchestral, concert, and recital endeavors and leading European and American concert venues. She has made several recordings, including her 2009 first solo project, Je n'y oblige. Here at the Bison Information Network, we salute you, Miss Wendy Waller, a national and American treasure. Here is a clip of Miss Waller's glorious, exquisite singing. Well, that is all with news here at Bison Information Network. We will be right back with our weather and sports report. I'm DeMontre Cole. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.
His dream was to open up a Nepali restaurant, to bring Fargo a Nepali restaurant. My name is Brett Hadaway Pukral, and I'm the owner. Yeah, so we have of course quite a few friends from Nepal, and one of our friends is an amazing photographer that goes to NDSU. And when he was in Nepal, we're like, hey, if you want to take some great photos for us, we'd love to use them for this restaurant. So a big majority of these photos are from him. Every single thing on this menu has a vegan option and a regular option and a vegetarian. The only thing I think is the masala tea. We just haven't made that yet, but we will soon. We make pasta here in-house. We make a traditional Nepalese pasta, which I love to make and we make it daily, so it's just so much fun to make it and then eat it fresh right off the boil, and so, yeah.
Yo. That bite just kind of took me right back into my happy place.
Pork belly chow mein. The pork is cooked to perfection. Momos and more, bro. I want more. That's what I want. More.
Catch more of the review on the YouTube channel, episode 8, Momos and More. I'll see you then. Bye.
My name is Becky Parker, and I'm a news anchor at WDAY-TV. I graduated from NDSU in 2010 with a degree in journalism, broadcasting, and mass communication technologies, and then I had an emphasis on broadcasting. Principles of broadcast production and advanced broadcast production. Those were favorites because they were the most relevant for career experience. You're calling people for interviews, you're writing an article. It doesn't just feel like an assignment, it's like actually doing it. I was the news director for the first full semester of the Bison Information Network. The BIN advisor here was very much invested in me to actually have a career in broadcasting. He helped me get my internship and my first job. The people in NDSU's Department of Communication are really interested and helpful in getting students the connections that they need in order to get a job beyond school.
No kid deserves to go hungry, but try as they might, not every family can afford to put food on the table every day. That's why the Great Plains Food Bank and their partner agencies work every day to bring food to our hungry neighbors. Every dollar donated can provide 4 meals for those in need, Go to GreatPlainsFoodBank.org and donate today so no kid in North Dakota ever has to go hungry.
Welcome into the Bison Sports Report. It has been a quick week for the Bison. There is not a lot to cover with March Madness underway and the Bison not being in it. Speaking of March Madness, who do you have for this year's tournament? Will it be a 1 seed, a Cinderella story, or some other school? For my pick is Houston for the men's and South Carolina for the women. Let us know who you got. Turning into another big talking point in sports right now, it is track and field. Looking at men's performance over the past weekend, they did not do too bad at the UTSA Invitational. Leading the charge was sophomore Gerard White, who tied the outdoor school record in pole vault. Now, bringing out the broom because the Bison swept the top 3 spots in the 400-meter dash, with Isaac Huntington, Colin Curl, and Gabe Miles having the podium. Turning to the 1500-meter, Ethan Moe won the event with a time of 3 minutes and 52 seconds. With another Bison tailing behind him, getting second place was Quinn Roll. Speaking of being on a roll, turning to the women who dominated the Invitational. The woman who led the charge was Kendra Kelly, as she had 2 of the fastest races in NDSU history, as Kelly ran a 23:19 in the 200-meter and broke the previous record that has been held for 10 years by 12 of a second. Kelly also won the 100-meter with a time of 11:42 and made her second fastest in that event in school history. Another woman who broke the podium on the school records list was Samala Korgo, who won the 100-meter hurdle and clocked a PR with a 13:5, putting her the top 3 fastest in school history. Now, when I said the team dominated, it was an understatement, with 9 performances pulling in the school's all-time top 10 list. What a great weekend for the track and field team. Now, with that, some other school that has dominated all across the board in sports is LSU, which NDSU baseball played over the weekend. This was not pretty and even worse than the fans thought, with NDSU losing to LSU 0-7 last Wednesday. Now, NDSU looked to put that in the rearview mirror, and they wanted a win in the win category after that, as they faced Omaha last Friday and beat them 4-1. Going into the double header on Saturday, the Bison were looking to sweep, but dropped the second game and got beat 4-7. Then won the series after putting up 8 runs against Omaha and sealing an 8-5 win. Now, NDSU looking to ride the wave, as they are now down in Nebraska getting ready to continue the streak. The first pitch will be at 6 p.m. tonight, so after you watch the show, go watch your Bison. Turning from Bison to Bison, let's take a look at the softball team and how they performed at the St. Mary's tournament. It started rough with a loss to Marist with a score of 3-8, but it continued as they dropped another game, this time to St. Mary, losing 0-1. Then they turned it around and beat Marist 2-0, although that was their only win of the tournament, as they would drop the next 2 games, one to Omaha, losing 4-7, and losing to St. Mary's again 2-12. The women are looking to get their revenge on Sunday, as they have a doubleheader against Omaha. They are hoping to bounce back, and the first pitch will be at 12. Lastly, going from one coast to another, we are down in Arizona for women's golf, as they were invited to participate in the Red Rock Invitational on Sunday, where it was a struggle as they finished 12th out of 20 place. Maddie Hicks, where she shot for a +6 and did her best for the Bison, but only took 23rd. Alice Hoven and Nora Roberts tied for 37th place, and Leah Scar ranked 35th 65th, for the Invitational. It was a tough one as the Bison could not handle the heat and faltered. But that is all that I have for sports this week. I hope some of that Arizona weather could make its way up here to Fargo because I've been freezing and I heard there's a big storm coming. Henry, is the weather going to be a little better or do I need to bring out extra jackets?
Hello, NDSU. As always, it's Henry, your weatherman. Today we had a temperature of 22 degrees, or at least it's 22 degrees right now. Dew point of 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is at 37%. It's overcast, and we have winds coming from the north at 10 miles an hour with gusts up to 17 miles an hour. Moving to our hour by hour, it's going to remain overcast all throughout the night with temperatures dropping to around 20 by 6 tomorrow morning. It's going to be cold. Moving to our skycast, we had 12 hours and 12 minutes of total sunlight, 12-12, which means it's finally officially getting brighter out. Where days are getting longer and nights are getting shorter. That's always good for me. I'm always active and stuff. Sunrise was at 7:28 a.m. Sunset was at 7:40 p.m. Moving to our moon, wax and gibbous is what we have right now. On March 16th, we had our first quarter, and on March 25th, we're expecting our full moon. Moving to today's almanac. Today we had a high of 26 and a low of 11. Average temps on this day in the past were a high of 39 and a low of 20. And record temps was a high of 63 in 2021, just a few years ago, and a low of negative 12 in 1965, not a few years ago. Moving to national temperatures, as you can see here, in more of the northern part of the country, Appalachians and into Maine, it's pretty cold. 31, 22, 17, all the way to 30s and 40s and 37, all throughout this area of the country. Southeast, we're seeing temperatures that are vastly different. 60s, 70s, all the way to 75 in southern Florida and like the Keys. Going over to this part of the country, where it's still 60s, 70s, all in this area. Going to our our west coast, you can see it's a bit of a mixed bag. 50 degrees in Washington, going all the way down to, we're seeing all through all these temperatures, we're seeing a bunch of different various of temperatures, 60s, 50s, some 40s in Montana, all the way to 70s in Southern California, but not so much as the east, the southeast of the country. And moving to rain and snow, we are expecting a lot of snow in the coming days. The next 48 hours, we're expecting around 1 to 3 inches of total snow. So you must want to be careful out there. I'll talk more about it coming up, but it's going to snow. As you see here, it's coming through Montana, hitting almost all of North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. It's going to be snow for the next few days. Excuse me. My 7-day forecast. As you can see here, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to remain pretty cold. 29-20 tomorrow, 28-13 on Friday, 22-7 on Saturday, and then on Sunday, when it's supposed to actually start snowing, 27-19, but it's going to get a whole lot colder with that wind and stuff. Moving to the rest of our 7 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's not faring much better. Monday and Tuesday, we're expecting some more snow, but Wednesday, we are expecting some sun. Monday's 22-11, Tuesday is 17, -1, and sadly on the day we're supposed to see snow, of course, 25, -10. And, of course, the upcoming winter snowstorm details. Blowing snow ranging from 2 inches to 6 inches from Thursday night moving into Friday morning, and a massive blizzard looming with snow anywhere from 1 to 2.5 feet of snow Sunday through Tuesday. NDSU, I have to implore you, please stay home. If you're going home for the weekend, reconsider travel. Stay home. It's going to be the safest option. Those roads are going to be slick. Visibility is going to be low. Stay home. It's going to be cold. Get some hot cocoa. Bundle up with a good TV show and a blanket. And our national days. It's National Proposal Day. If you want to propose to someone, today would be the day to do it. Of all days. National Ravioli Day, if you want some good Italian cuisine. And National Countdown Day, which is always fun. Well, that's all I have for you, NDSU. Remember to stay safe out there, stay warm, and roll herd.
Thank you, Henry, for the weather. And to celebrate Countdown Day, I am not counting down the days that we get this blizzard. And in spite of your warnings, I will be driving home this weekend just because you told me not to. Well, that is all that we have here this week at the Bison Information Network. I'm Vinny Anderson signing off for myself and everyone in this studio, wishing you all a great rest of your week and stay safe.